Hey, I'm sorry. I always get cut off. Urgh. Can't stand that, man. Cause I'll be trying to knock it out. Let's see. I knocked out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 questions. So I'm gonna have to maybe 6. I'll try and get 6 in on this one. But back to the original question. This is part 2. I'm hoping I can get them both in on one video. Is can I sleep with my wig on? You absolutely can if it's attached to your hairline, past your natural hair. What I do is I take my hair and I'll pull it up in a ponytail like that, and then I'll turn it. You know, I'll kind of whip it around. Just depends. I only braid it up if I want a wavy look the next day. Tie it up like that. Put a rubber band around it. Put my scarf on. Boom, I'm tied up for the night. And then in the morning, I just, you know, take it down and style as usual. So you can sleep with your wig on, absolutely. If it's not attached with glue, say you get a front lace wig, excuse me, then you can take it off at night if you want to. But you know, if you want to keep it on for extended wear, yeah, you can definitely sleep with it on your head. Okay. Isn't all Asian hair the same? No. 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 Asian hair is mostly straight. It's mostly just a stark straight. But depending on the location, like Malaysia, in Mongolian hair, Malaysian hair, there's a mixture of races who have came in. There's Europeans who came in and colonized, and I mean there's all these different races mixing in, making this wonderful culture that you see. And so their hair, although Chinese hair is predominantly straight, I mean it really is, it's a large cuticle. The cuticle is perfectly round and thick and is straight. And that's it. But Malaysian hair and Mongolian hair, sometimes you can get a batch, especially if you're purchasing in bulk, like I do. That's a good thing. Purchase in bulk. But sometimes you'll get a batch that's wavy. Oh, it's so pretty. I just get the jiggles when I see my Malaysian hair. It's wonderful. And sometimes you can get that wave pattern that's in there. So all Asian hair is not the same. Indian hair, some people would categorize them as Asian, an Asian culture. I categorize Indians as a black culture. I do. It's right next to Africa. Their hair comes in many textures, just like ours. And I mean, when you look at them, but their cuticle is thinner. So, like I said, back to the question: isn't Asian hair all the same? No, it's not. When you mix races, you get different. You know, the baby can take on different things, and then they marry somebody else, and you know, it gets. Like I said, my hair is thin and limp. My daughter's hair, who is half Puerto Rican, her hair is on the thin side, not as thin as mine, but it's curly, you know. And then my mom's hair is thin and stark straight. So it's so, you know, when you're mixing races, so many things come into you know, how your DNA comes out, how your hair grows out. So okay, y'all know I talk a lot. I talk so much. I'm so sorry. I try to get as much information to you as possible so that you can make an informed choice when you're purchasing hair accessories. So, alright, why is European hair so high? Because it's rare. If it was as abundant as Indian hair, it wouldn't be that expensive. The only reason why you'll see a different hair price or a hair tag on a hair type is because of the availability of it. European hair it's extremely difficult to get a hold of, and if you're not willing to spend the money, like I'm investing in Russian hair from the Ukraine, and it starts off 10 inches starts off at $1,500 per kilogram. So I mean, it's really expensive. So you know, if the availability is scarce, you're gonna pay more for it. You know, that's just how it is. If Indian hair was scarce, not to say that Indian hair is a lesser quality, because it isn't. It's wonderful. But because it's so abundant, that's the reason why the price can be dropped, because they have so much of it. They just figure, I'm going to make money. You know, if I can cut the cost down, you know, and get more people, you know, it'll be accessible to more people, then I'm making money. You know, so that's how it is. That's how the hair game is. So hope I answered that question. What products should I use for my wigs and extensions? If your wigs and extensions are true, pure Remy hair, you want to use products, any human hair, you want to use products for that hair type and for the hair pattern, the curl pattern. For example, Indian Remy virgin curly hair, you want to use products for curly hair, and don't use cheap products. Silicone mix is actually very, very good for the curly and the wavy textures. It's made by the Dominican Republic. I actually got to hook up where I get it pure. It ain't watered down, but silicone mix is excellent, and I found that it's excellent for wavy, for curly, and for straight. Don't use a lot of the conditioner. You only need just a little bit, because it does have the silicone ceramides and keratin and all that kind of stuff in it. So it protects the hair pretty good and moisturizes it, protects it from the sun rays, etc. Invest in some silicone mix. I also love Beyond the Zone. It's cheap. It's like $6 for the shampoo, $6 for the conditioner, and you got something for curly hair. It just gives that moisture, because curly hair tends to dry out very, very easily, which is kind of funny, because so does Chinese hair. Chinese hair can dry out, so you just want to make sure you're adding some moisture into it, so that when you're combing and things like that, you're not breaking the ends and splitting them. Okay, so those, I also use Paul Mitchell. Chi is good. Sunsilk, which you can get just about anywhere. There's so many. Try sickbay.com. That's where I purchase my silicone mix when I don't import it from my sister. But yeah, Sickbay is really good. Roundbrush.com, excellent, excellent. And they even have a forum where you can talk about, you know, the different hair types, the curly hair, how to care for it, etc. So check them out. Okay. Next question, what product should I use for my curly and wavy wig / extensions? I just answered that. So check them out. Alright. My hair is so tangled I can't comb it. This is a long one. Okay. When I get this question, one or two things pops to mind.